pieces in it, you know, like 4 pi b squared. But we multiplied it just by sum of 2. This one has 4 choices here, and we want to know which one is not equivalent to this. And I'm going to rewrite it a little differently, because I think it's easier to explain. So this product between these two is equivalent to 3 of these, but not equivalent to 1 of them. And we want to find which one it is not equivalent to. So let's go ahead and do this multiplication. Now, earlier we talked about something like this, x times 3x minus 12. And we said, okay, we multiply the x times the 3x and the x times the minus 12. Fair enough. But now we're going to take this x plus 4 and multiply it times 3x. And I'm going to write the 3x first. Now we're going to take the x plus 4 and multiply it times the minus 12, and I'm going to write the minus 12 first. And the reason I did that is because you see here d is the same as this. So this one is equivalent. We're looking for the one that's not equivalent. All right, so D is not an answer. Now, we've reduced this binomial times a binomial using the distributive property. We multiplied this two together. We can then multiply this using the distributive property, but now we just have a single term times 2 terms. So 3x times x, let's see. We talked about that, x times x, we add the exponents, so this would be x squared. 3x times that would be 12x. Minus 12 times that is minus 12x. Minus 12 times 4 is minus 48. Well, these two are plus and minus of the same thing. So those can be canceled, and we have 3x squared minus 48. Well, that's this one. So it's not C, so we're down to A or B. And at this point, we've just done multiplication. Now, I'm going to do something differently. I'm going to take out a factor from these two terms. So I could say, well, 3 times 1, x squared, minus 3 times, let's see, 16. 3 times 16 is 48. So the common factor here in both of those is 3. So I can pull that out, leaving behind x squared minus 16. Now, did I do that right? Well, we could check, because we could multiply 3 times x squared, and that would give me the 3x squared. And we can multiply the 3 times the minus 16 and give me the minus 48. So, yeah, that looks good. This one is this one. So there's our culprit. It's answer A. And if you look at answer A, you notice it has a middle term, that minus 8x. And we've already found out there's no x's here. They give you cancellation. Just another point on this. I multiplied these two together using the distributive property. Let me give you another one, because you may see this in the quiz. If I had x plus 4 times 3x minus 12, I could use it and do another trick. It's called the box property. So you set this up in a box. There's 2 terms here, so I have 2 rows and 2 columns. And I write x plus 4. In this one, I write 3x minus 12. And then I multiply 3x times x, well, that's 3x squared. 3x times that is plus 12x. Minus 12 times that is minus 12x. And minus 12 times that is minus 48. So you see that was what we had here. There's the 3x squared. There's the minus 48. And these two are plus and minus, so they net at 0. This can be handy if you don't have a binomial, and maybe you have 3 things here. You know, 2x squared plus 3x minus 12. You have a lot to do. You can put it in a more structured form. I think that can help sometimes keep it arranged